Welcome back to my channel. Today's date is August 2nd, 2021, and this is your daily download for Topps Project 70. But all that I know right now is that I need to go pack my bag for Chicago because I have a 7 a.m. flight I have to catch. And man, what a 5 days it was in Chicago. I hope everybody made it back home safely. Hopefully no one had their flights canceled or delayed. It was just a wonderful time, and I'll get to my thoughts here in today's episode along with the rest of the week around my takeaways from this year's National in Chicago. But my name is Chris, otherwise I'm on Twitter and Instagram is at CRT_Sportscards, and my website is where you want to go for everything related to Project 70, and that is simply CRTSportscards.com. And yes, you are correct, my voice is not exactly 100%. I started to lose it Sunday afternoon at the National right after I completed my 1971 top set, so it is recovering, but I did want to get a show out. I of course missed 3 of the 5 days last week. I tried my best to get an episode out, but it just wasn't working on my Chromebook versus recording here on my desktop, so I do apologize about not having an episode during the National. Hopefully though, you're able to follow my content on Instagram and on Twitter, and you had a pretty good idea of what was going on. But the number one thing for me that happened over the past 5 days was the simple fact of meeting you. Everybody came up to me and said, hey, aren't you that card guy? Or I've seen you on YouTube, or I use the website. Thank you so much. It was great to meet so many card art fans out there. It shows that this genre is growing. It shows it has a place in this hobby, and it was just so fantastic to shake some hands, fist bumps, take some selfies, and also a massive shout out here to the artists who were at the National, who were so welcoming to the fans. Meeting Blake Jameson, Lauren Taylor, F. Naturel, Ben Baller. I didn't get a chance to meet DJ Ski, but seeing all of the photos of Ski with the fans, it was great. And also meeting for the very first time, actually this was the first time I met any of these artists, meeting Chuck Styles was great. He did also guarantee there's going to be a no hat card. But now, what is my biggest takeaway when it came to the National with card art? And I said it a second ago, this genre has a place in the hobby. There were though very few tables, actually under 5, that I could find with either a Project 2020 or Project 70 card. And trust me, I searched, because at the National I put together a 752 card set in just 4 days. There'll be a video for that upcoming pretty soon for my 71 top set, but I did of course search nearly every single table this week. So it tells us right there that this genre still is not taken foot fully with the hobby. But when you saw people go up to Blake or Lauren or F. or Chuck Styles, you saw the reaction to their artwork on a baseball card. It was a very positive reaction. And so I get it. I understand the frustration in the moment when it comes to seeing these cards sell online right now for 20 bucks and then a month later they're selling for 15. Remember though, we are living in a vacuum. We are getting in on the ground level. We are a startup here when it comes to this genre of cards. So do not lose focus of basically the big picture here, which is Topps is going to continue to hit home with this art-based card. Is it always going to be on demand like it is now? Probably not. Are they going to focus more on pack-based art like Spotlight 70? More than likely. We will see what happens. But remember, this genre is very small right now, but it has so much room to grow. Because what if we had gone to the National and seen every table have 5, 10, 15 cards? Everybody had an Ermsey Trout. Everybody had the Mookie Betts, Ben Baller. What would we have said if that would have happened? We would have said, this is basically done with. Everybody has it. Nobody wants it. But because nobody had it is the reason why I am so excited for the future. So just think of yourself as like an angel investor in the card art world at the moment. And so while everybody misses the cards that released today, let's talk about the cards that we saw release on Monday, August 2nd. We had Ronald Acuna Jr. by Lauren Taylor. We had Andre Dawson, Welcome to Project 70 by Mims Bands. We also had Derek Jeter by Infinite Archives, and his manager, Joe Torre, by Joshua Vides. And you are correct, that is 2 no-hat cards on a single day in Project 70. It's also our 5th no-hat card in about the past 20 cards. After going nearly 100 cards that one, we've had so many. So thank you. Continue bringing home these no-hat cards. But here we have Joshua Vides. This is Vides' 10th Yankee in the set. This is also Joe Torre's 2nd card in Project 70. But now, for better or worse, this is just what we're going to get from Joshua Vides in Project 70. There is no reinventing of the wheel. There is no Fucci going on with these cards. This is the 86th Yankee in the set. This is also the 5th card from 1996 Topps. It's going to be very interesting based on the performance of Catfish Hunter by Claw Money. Will this manager card, which have sold very poorly so far in this set, will this card top 600? And so while Vitas can't quit releasing New York Yankee players, the artists of Project 70 cannot stop releasing cards from 1990 Topps. Here is Infinite Archives with their Derek Jeter. This is the 18th time we've seen a card from 90 Topps, again tying 1971 Topps for the most cards in this set. But this card works because Infinite Archives did not take any creative freedom with the background of this card, and they left it very, very true to 1990 Topps. Seeing 3000 all the way behind Jeter is so 1990 because that is how Topps celebrated Nolan Ryan's career in 1990 Topps. And so Infinite Archives here celebrating Derek Jeter's career. It's just a perfect background for this card, even though it is the 88th Yankee in the set. And so while Derek Jeter has been celebrated 7 times so far in Project 70, Andre Dawson, this is the very first time any artist has celebrated this man's career. The Hawk is depicted on this card by Mims Bands. You also have in the background, you have the outline of the plaque from the Hall of Fame. You also have his college on there, Florida A&M, which is a historically black college university. But the key takeaway for me on this card, it's taken me 8 cards of his, which is his entire set, to really understand this. Yes, the players that he has depicted on his card so far, they are meaningful to him. But from a man perspective, these are deep, deep connections to Mims Bands, the man more so the artist. And so this is a very, very deep set he's building. I'm not sure I understand just how deep of a set it is. But now wrapping up the cards for us today on Monday, we have Lauren Taylor with her horizontal no hat Ronald Acuna Jr. And yes, the sort of kerfuffle this morning online around the misspelling of the name on the card itself, I think is just completely out of bounds when it comes to the fact that Topps doesn't even have it spelled correctly on any of the cards listed online. So cut Lauren Taylor a little bit of slack here, because if you just look at the website, you would spell it the way the card shows it. But this card, in my mind here, and any artist who releases a card in Project 70 after his injury, it's the kind of what could have been with this card. Could we have seen this card top 10,000? Could it have topped 8,000, 9,000 had he been playing? Who really knows? But what matters is this card captures the emotion of Acuna so very well. So even though he's not on the field playing, you can take a look at the shoulder, you can see the bat flip, and then you can see him celebrate here, another home run without a helmet on. And so this is a fantastic way to celebrate a brand new week in Project 70. I hope you all have a fantastic Monday evening, and I'll see you all back tomorrow night, where we're going to recap the cards that release on Tuesday in Project 70. And you are correct, my voice is a little off today. I started to lose it on Sunday towards the afternoon after I completed my 72 Topps set, actually 71.